Can spirit guides be wrong? Yes. They're probably not going to be wrong if they're like your real, true guides, but they could be because the future is malleable and everyone, including you, has free will. So the future is constantly changing and moving around. Um, and sometimes even our super, super high vibrational guides will lie to us. Just it's not in like a malicious way, but like if you were meant to be in a relationship because you really needed to get growth, like this is a relationship that you're destined to be in because you're going to experience a lot of heartbreak. Um but that's going to teach you these valuable lessons about how much you deserve better. They might tell you to pursue the relationship or like that this is the right relationship. And maybe they're not going to say you're going to get married or like, you know what I mean? Like they might be careful with their words, but they might say things to you that you're later like, oh, was that a lie? But they told me like to be with him or whatever. Well, sometimes our highest, truest guides lead us down a path that we're like, what? Well, this human experience is not a straight cut path, right? We're not just like born and then we realize we want to be a doctor and then we go become a doctor and they live the life as the rest of our doctor. Like some people do that, right? But for a lot of people, even doctors, right? Our life is like this. And we're going on this path to get to our destination. And our guides are going to lead us down the necessary curves to get where we are supposed to go. So sometimes that could feel like a lie. Okay, so that's like these guidance that maybe feels like a lie when they're leading us exactly where we need to go, right? And you can talk to them about it, and ask them like, why did you tell me this? I'm really hurt. I'm struggling with trust. Okay, that's different than if your guides are really lying to you. If they are really lying to you, then they're probably not your guides. So this is where it gets a little fuzzy and tricky, right? So like what really is a lie, what isn't a lie? Um, and the future is malleable and other people have free will. So they could say like you're gonna get the job and then you don't get the job. Well, maybe something changed because just like okay. So when psychics predict the future, they're reading the current energy. So any psychic that tells you that they like fundamentally know the future is probably being a little bit dishonest with you because they're not giving you the full context. Anytime a psychic reads the future that they're seeing is the future that there are currently the most energy going towards. If you don't like that future prediction, change the energy so it's going in a different direction. You have free will. So does literally everyone else. And usually there's more than one person involved in a future or a situation factors. So that is possible. And you could ask your guides about that and be like, you said I was going to get the job. And they'd be like, honestly, you were going to get the job and then something changed. Okay, that's different than like a lie. Like a lie where you're like, that, like, what happened? That's a lie. If that is a lie, that's probably not a real guide. It's what I call an imposter guide or false guide. And that is a dark spirit masquerading as your spirit guide, which happens. Some people never encounter it. And then a lot of people do encounter it. And there's reasons for that. But if your guides seem sus, if they're acting sus, fire them, fire them. Invoke God's name, even if you're not a big fan of that word. It's really effective in these instances. Fire them, tell them to get out, swear, banish them. You never want to see them again. Demand that they leave and be really careful about the guides that you're working with. And you can even ask them, right? If you think that they've lied, ask them really clearly, like, because they can lie, but there's like certain things they cannot lie about. So you want to be really careful with your words. Ask them if they serve the one true God and they're made of divine love light and only divine love light. Ask them that and see what they say and see how they react. If it is anything other than a clear, like, hell yes, Tell them to get out. You don't want to work with them. If this is something that you're struggling with or you're running into a lot or you're feeling pretty suspect and you want some help, you can find my link below. Book with me.